Folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again with a very cheesy diecast. No, it's not the Jordan Anderson truck. No, it's actually a Tyler Reddick diecast. The first one released for 2021, that I can remember. The Cheddar'S Chevrolet Camaro. I'm so glad they made this car because they didn't make it in 2020. So I'm so glad we actually got this diecast produced. This is a beautiful looking paint scheme, and I have a lot to talk about with this one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. Alrighty, folks, run out of the good old box and look at this diecast. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. Look, I love this paint scheme for one. Just look how modern it is, right? It's kind of like a dark brown, maybe kind of like a bread crust brown, with kind of a very nice gradient with a little, what is that, croissants or something? I had no clue, but it's just like, I don't know, beautiful gradient pattern, a charcoal textured carbon fiber side panel with a snow white covered hood. I mean, this is a super, really cool diecast, guys. I love it. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. I have a little bit of a, I guess you could say, a story about this diecast, or perhaps the brands, rather, a little bit later in the video. So, obviously, the first oopsie here is going to be the Reddick decal there that's on the front windscreen. That's no bueno. You got the Cheddar'S Scratch Kitchen there. And for those who don't know what Cheddar'S is, it's a restaurant, right? They pretty much serve comfort food, you know, generic American dishes, you know, steak, potatoes, that sort of thing. Very, very good stuff. I love it. It's one of my favorite restaurants. We go to the front of the diecast here. This is what I talk about with detail. This is the stuff I love to see. Look how awesome this gradient is. You know, they could have just made a simple, you know, whatever, I guess you could call it croissant brown. To kind of a snow white gradient, but instead they went the next step further and they put kind of this croissant pattern, something you might even see on a wallpaper. That's how cool it looks. Love it. You got RCR right there. I like how they took the red out of it to make the paint scheme flow. They did this. Actually, no, it's a blue Goodyear. I was about to say they made the Goodyear logo black to go with it, but no, it's dark blue. Got Sunoco, number 8. So this is the first Reddick diecast of 2021, which is very, very welcome because I'm really glad to get a new car in the NASCAR Diecast Cup Series for Reddick because I'm so tired of having the Realtree one every single race, so it's really good to get a new one. But I also noticed with the gradient here is that you have kind of like this, a Polaroid stripe. You know, like Polaroid stripes, how it has like the, you know, little vertical bars with different colors. It's kind of like that. But instead of it being, you know, rainbow colors, it's just your simple, you know, brown colors. Kind of what is that, like a sand apricot color. Another thing it reminds me of is, you know, when you go to Lowe's or Home Depot and they have like a wall of paints, but they also have a wall that has like the little paint cards, you know, you could take it home and see how it look on your wall. That's what it reminds me of. So a little bit of a Home Depot vibe as well. I'm all over the place here, guys. You got Tyler Reddick right there, Lucas Oil, Sherwin-Williams, whatever the biff that is, Pinnacle, KCMG, Cheddar'S, as Robbie would may say. Oh, this is interesting here. Oh, okay, this is really interesting. I don't know if this is supposed to be on the car, guys. This is interesting. So you got BetMGM. Now, for those who don't know, they're like a sports book, right? I'm kind of shocked they got that on a diecast that did not require a base. I'll be honest with you, because it's kind of touch and go with them. BetMGM, I'm really surprised that logo got on there. Most people are like, oh, no big deal, but they get kind of picky with things. That might be something we never see on a 164 again. Could be mistaken. Got Caterpillar there, which to my knowledge left RCR after 2021, unfortunately. Red Cap, Alsco uniforms, PTC, and Cometic. Look at this paint scheme, guys. I mean, this is a hot-looking race car. I love this. Number 8. Still wish they would change the font of that, in my opinion. Of course, Cup Series, Goodyear race car. I will say, though, this little stripe right here, I really don't like. This is probably the worst part of the car, is this just random expletive stripe right here. It just, like, you have a very nice gradient behind it, and you just have this random expletive stripe. I'm not a fan of that. I am a huge fan of this. Look at the back end of this car here, guys. Holy cow. Carbon fiber. That looks great on this diecast here. Got the Cheddar'S.com logo there. Akuma, ZL1, Camaro 1LE. Got the number 8 decal there. The spoiler, it does have a little bit of that carbon fiber decal on there. How cool would that be? Carbon fiber spoilers on stock cars. That'd be a very interesting thing to have. Very reminiscent of the COT days. Of course, it's decaled black here. Go to the right side of this diecast, guys, and beautiful, beautiful piece here. Notice the right side Cheddar'S decal is significantly lowered there, not really placed well. You can even see the small spots here on the side. They're kind of drooping down, so that's a little bit of a oopsie there on their part. But with a diecast that has a very complicated wrap, so to speak, to it, I kind of expect that. Very, very sharp looking car. I didn't even know this had the carbon fiber texture to it. And that's why sometimes these diecasts, when you see them, the renders do not do it justice. So you really need to see this diecast in hand, in person, to really see how cool these things could be. And I want to say this diecast is still in stock over there at Circle B Diecast. So if you want to pick up this one, get your first 2021 Tyler Reddick diecast in your collection, and you want to get free shipping on anything, hats, t-shirts, diecast, you name it, make sure to check out my promo code, Diecastbuffet. Link down below to Circle B Diecast, and of course, the promo code down there, Diecastbuffet, all one word. Same as the YouTube channel. You'll get free shipping any orders $20 or more. The roof of the diecast here, got the number 8. Once again, I'm not really a fan of the number 8 to me. I don't like it. It looks like a football jersey number 8, not really a stock car 8. Got Cheddar'S.com right there. Got the Reddick decal once again, and you got Cheddar'S Scratch Kitchen on the deck lid. I love this paint scheme. There's just so much going on with this race car that makes it amazing. It really does remind me of the Eric Jones Tide Food City car, where there's just so much crap going on with the diecast that it just looks fantastic, and this is certainly no different. This is easily my favorite Tyler Reddick diecast ever made already. I will say that I wish the number on the side was a little bit bigger, though. I think that would look a lot better. What a fantastic looking car here, guys. So the whole paint scheme, very modern, very unique, and I want to say they did sponsor Reddick in 2020, maybe at New Hampshire, but they didn't make a diecast for that, unfortunately, so this is a great, great addition to your NASCAR diecast collection. But I guess it's time for a little bit of a story time. So Cheddar'S is one of my favorite restaurants. They have one up in Fort Worth. And, you know, one thing that I always loved about that place is they had, like, the best freaking mac and cheese. So it's so cool to see a diecast that that actually has, you know, that logo and that sponsor on it. And the reason why their mac and cheese is the best is because it's like baked with, like, breadcrumbs. It's so freaking good, guys. It's not like the generic steakhouse, you know, mac and cheese you would see. It's, like, really good stuff, right? I could eat the crap out of that stuff. But anyways, last time I went there, it was in 2020, because we were up there for the Fort Worth race, and I remember ordering at their Cheddar'S restaurant somewhere up there, and the dude says we don't serve mac and cheese anymore. I'm like, what in the world? It's stupid. That's like the one reason I go there. I mean, they have good steaks and whatnot, but it's like the best thing about it is their freaking mac and cheese. And I'm sitting here thinking, that's the one reason I came here, the one reason, and they don't even have it. So I don't know if that was just the dude didn't know what he was doing. I don't know if they even serve it anymore. I have no clue. I haven't been there since. But yeah, that was very disappointing because I used to love going there. But if they don't have mac and cheese anymore, the same one, I'm good. I'll go somewhere else. But point of the story is that they're a fantastic restaurant. At least they used to be. I'm not sure if they are still now. Again, it's been almost a year and a half. But I absolutely highly recommend it. I've heard some people say their restaurant is no good. That's probably just because of the regional areas. You know, some restaurants, obviously, some food chains are different depending on who runs it and manages it. But the ones I've went to have been fantastic. I mean, great atmosphere. So it's probably just the certain one you go to. But nonetheless, so excited they got this diecast made, guys. I love this piece. The only thing we need now, my only one request is somehow, someway, someone makes a Buffalo Wild Wings diecast. I would love that. I don't care who they got to sponsor. I don't care if it's Bubba Wallace, which I think would be kind of funny because, you know, Bubba Wallace, B-Dubs, BW, I think they can make a really cool sponsor connection with that. I don't care if it's Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, just give me a Buffalo Wild Wings diecast. I will love it forever. That's clearly my favorite restaurant. What is your favorite restaurant? Make sure to comment down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Of course, if you can, please give it a huge thumbs up. Helps out the channel. And thank you for taking time in your day to watch this diecast review, and hopefully it wasn't too cheesy. The more I look at this diecast, guys, I'm just thoroughly impressed. I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10. I love this freaking diecast. Have a great one, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't drink too much popcorn. Don't eat too much coffee. Have a great one. Diecastbuffet. Signing off.